I do the talking. Mic is on. All right, guys. We're going to just hang out here for a little bit, waiting for everybody to show up. We are doing, hopefully, everything updated, and we actually have the correct stream up. Because remember, this happens every time we try to do a book stream. It's like, hey, yes, we got the correct title. I messed something up.
What about the voting?
The voting should be there too.
Hello, everyone.
End of March, see? So it should have updated properly. Hello, everyone. It's Sunday already?
Yeah, I know. We gotta go back to work tomorrow. It sucks when you work on the weekend. Because then you work all week long, too. But hello, Gilbert and Channel 9 3/4. That's funny. And Connor and Tot and Jiraiya and T and Invader Kingdom. And I thought I left my cat downstairs. I must have been so silly to think you would have stayed downstairs.
Stream health is really bad today for some reason.
Hello, Tyler. Drea says, you know I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. Me neither. Why is it so hot up here?
It's not at all. I'm like fairly cold. A little cold.
I also burned my tongue really bad. And
so that makes your whole body hot? That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. That's not how like those things work whatsoever. Are we really blurry right now? I feel like we are because it's coming up really blurry for me. No, look at this.
Oh, dang. So quit Jiraiya who needs monies? I does. Is it just me or is it frozen? How come we always have issues? Every time.
I mean, it's not even that bad.
Tyler says they love your Pokemon shirt.
Oh, thanks. It's a
All right.
Pokemon Go shirt.
Someone said...
Oh, here we go. Stream's getting better now. It's going to green, so hopefully it'll look better soon.
I wish I could quit my job too. Shoot. That's not going to happen for another 40 years. Right, Pooper? Yeah.
This is the book club. If you guys didn't know, we're doing the book club live stream today. So if you guys didn't read this book, which is the second in a series, what is it called? Something Ascension?
Arcane Ascension.
Arcane Ascension series.
It was a big book.
It was a big book, as you can see. 800 pages or something?
700, I think.
730-ish.
So yeah, what did you guys rate it? I think Kristen's not gonna make it on here today. Did she finish it? I don't remember.
I don't know, but we are also going to be picking new books for the end of March. So those are in the little eye over here.
We'll talk about them in a little bit. If you don't know what some of them are, we'll kind of go over them. So just hold your horses then. T gave it a 5 out of 5. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
I wouldn't go as low as a 4 out of 5 because I feel like it was still... It wasn't as grand as the first one, as exciting, but I feel it's because the first one was introducing us to the world and introducing us to like all of these different things. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
So the first one I feel like was more grand because it was like everything was new. We didn't know anything. So now we already know. So now they're just adding in more detail for each of the things. The first one was like character introductions, world introductions, what the rules are for this world. So it was all like exciting because everything was new. And then in this one we already know a lot of stuff and now they're just teaching us more things. So I feel like it wasn't as exciting.
And it wasn't as exciting. Yes, you got to know some of the characters more in depth. It was interesting in that aspect to like see more of the characters. I still want to know more about Karis, but as you know, he's gonna have his own spin-off book soon.
And not everyone knows that, Meek.
Oh.
Why would you just assume
we've
that?
mentioned it.
Why would you just assume that?
We've mentioned
we
it a
mentioned
lot.
it on the stream before?
I don't know.
On the book club?
Stop yelling at me.
I'm not. I'm just letting you know. Not everybody knows about that.
Yes, so the next book, the next book that we're reading, which if you want to join that book club is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I started it, and I'm actually really liking it so
I
far.
started it too.
You're like right about where I am.
He's just like a good writer, man.
I feel like
no
Kristen...
matter what he writes, it's just like I don't care about this world, but for some reason I do.
Yeah, I was talking to Kristen about it on the Book Talk Discord the other day, and like she said, you know, his worst writing, in people's opinion, is still far better than a lot of people's best.
Most people, yeah.
So it's like, I don't feel like I'm gonna get that whole this is his worst book type thing. I guess like if you put it compared to like the rest of his stuff, I haven't read the rest of his stuff. We're working on it, but we'll see. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, back to this book. So, there's an audiobook version of both of our... We only pick books that have audiobook versions.
Because I don't have time to sit down and read. So I listen to my books. She, for the most part, does both.
I go back and forth between audio and physical. But anyway, so this book, I feel like there was not a lot of, like, super exciting battles, and like I felt like at least in the last book you got that one big great battle. I was not expecting Tristan to show up when he did, like,
right at the end, like he always does. He's always like, "Hey, brother,
yeah,
it's me." It was really weird whenever.
But I felt like it was integrated well. Like you were just reading along through the rooms, and then bam, he's there, and it's like, oh crap, I forgot he was in here. Like I don't know, that's just me. So I felt like he was introduced in a good way, and I thought it was interesting that he teleported his friends into a different part of the tower. Do I think Tristan's good or bad? I think before this book I would have thought he was bad, but now I think he may be good. What do you think?
I don't think there's bad or good.
I think he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Just like Hitler.
My God, let's not get into this.
No, I'm just saying, like
most bad guys think they're doing the right thing.
That's how that works, you know. They think that it's justified. But yeah, I feel like there's gonna be like another side. It's gonna be like Corin is gonna be like, no, we're starting a new alliance. They're called the Corn Muffins. He said he was gonna join him,
didn't he?
Yeah, but then after he realizes that they're not okay, he's gonna go, we're gonna start the Corn Muffins.
Because
named after myself.
At the end of the book, they're journeying to wherever, right? I mean, I just finished it, but I'm always bad with endings. For some reason, I'll remember like the whole book and then forget what the hell happened at the exact end.
That's a lie. You won't remember anything.
That's true. Eventually, I'll forget everything. But usually, I'll remember details in the book and then forget the ending. Because the ending happens so abruptly and then it's done. And it's like, okay.
I was very surprised. I feel like I didn't think it was going to end yet. When it did, I thought that the final climactic battle was a little like short. I never felt like they were in real threat. I didn't think that anyone was going to die. Which I was very, like, surprised at. But
I disagree. I thought that they were going to kill off his friend.
Nobody died.
I thought they were going to.
I know, but I'm just saying.
During that battle.
Nobody died. This was the book.
At the ball.
This was the book where somebody could have died.
You know what I mean?
Right,
What's his friend's name?
I thought at least the teacher was going to die. His teacher.
Yeah. No, but what's his friend's name?
Patrick?
Yes. I thought he was gonna die.
Oh man,
that would have been a good twist.
I love
though.
Patrick. He's like so nice.
He is a great character, but like he got gravely injured, literally punched through the chest with something like a sword or whatever happened.
His own sword, yes.
So yeah, I mean he should have died, in my opinion, which is one thing that made me rate it lower because honestly, he's not the most powerful character. He's not the most useful character, but he is.
He's very useful.
He is important to Corin, so I feel like it would have been a good moment, an opportunity to show that you're willing to kill off characters. Because to me, that a good writer knows that they can kill off a character and make an impact.
They should kill off. Yeah, that characters should die, especially in a
it's
world.
Unrealistic.
A world like this, it like if nobody dies and there's no threat. That's what like so many people liked. Walking Dead for is the fact that nobody was ever safe.
True.
So
except Rick.
But now I feel like it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, well, we're kind of sick of this now. Can we? That's why I feel like that show's been slowly being hated on. But at some point, it's like Game of Thrones. Like, characters can't be safe. People love like the threat of characters being able to die, and nobody died in this.
And honestly, that's what a lot of people that don't like Harry Potter and gripe about Harry Potter, that's one of the things they gripe about.
What? Because the big three,
like
the
their
Holy
main
Trinity?
three, they felt like they're. But I'll tell you one thing, like
I'll tell you what.
I don't know if this is fact, but that Three Dark Crowns series that's now like 1 million books. That's why I didn't really like that series, because even though their whole point was to kill off each other, I never felt like any of them were actually going to die. And, I mean, if one of you guys wants to private message me on Instagram or something and let me know if one of them actually does die, then I'd be interested to know, because I'm never going to read them. But, I never thought that any of them were in a threatening situation.
Did you want to take a pause from our conversation and read some comments?
Alright, so people are...
5 out of 5, we got that. Dry gave it a 4.
She doesn't think Kristen finished it.
At least read something. We can't just sit here in
you
darkness.
You said that there wasn't a huge battle, but I feel like they were in battle all the time. To me, the only real battles were with Mizuchi.
So I feel like there was a lot of side quests, and the main storyline, they kind of hinted around, right? So they had the battle where he went to help Miranda on her test.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It reminded me of like something that R.A. Salvatore would have written.
Okay, because of the monsters.
Very
and stuff?
like Dungeons and Dragons-esque.
I liked it, but it was a side quest. It was filler basically to for us to learn more about the characters and stuff. It was great. It was done well, but it was definitely like one of those things. I didn't feel like they were actually ever in danger.
No.
Because it was a test.
Yeah.
And then they had another test, and I love those. I love that side story. Just give me a bunch of their dumb little adventures. I don't need it to be life-threatening all the time, but when it should be life-threatening, like Mizuchi or whatever.
He should have died.
Was it Mizuchi?
Yeah, Mizuchi. And I get confused. Let's talk about this in a little bit, but I get confused by Mizuchi and what she is. But go down a little bit.
She's the serpent's, the god beast's daughter or whatever.
I agree. Someone should have died. Hello, Ethan.
What up, Ethan?
Do they all have healing stuff on them because of Corrin? So Corrin made them shields. But I don't think they all have regeneration things. No, but only he does.
But they all have some sort of item that he's made for them, in the first one. I don't remember what they all were.
Hello. Walking Dead is awesome. Dry says it kind of felt like an in-between book, which it may be, but it should stand on its own, and I feel like it didn't. I kind of disagree, because I feel like it is Arcane Ascension's book 2. Now, I do feel like the Karis book should be a standalone.
Well, it's going to be a prequel, so it's not going to be
But you know what I mean?
else.
That's what I mean, though.
I do like how they set it up at the end, where they're he's like, oh, I want to hear Karis' story first, maybe about the 6 swords or whatever. And I was like, interesting how you did that. And then they also set it up for Sarah to tell her story of how she tamed the beast. The god beast,
Anyway,
so that would be a good side story too.
I feel like this being book 2 in a series, it should not have stood alone. It shouldn't read as a standalone. I do feel, and I've said this about the first book, that they can be a little info dumpy for me. I know you love that, and that's one of the things you love about the book, and I don't hate it. I just feel like it could be done in a more graceful manner. I feel like you're being read a textbook too often, and he's literally reading textbooks to you, and that's how he's finding out information. But to me, it's a little less interesting that way. I feel like they should give you the information in a more interesting manner.
I could see that. Yeah.
I feel like sometimes that stuff got a little over the top for me.
Overwhelming.
That's why I gave it a little bit of a less rating. I actually read somewhere that J.K. almost killed off Ron. Oof.
That would have been great, even though he's my favorite character from the original series.
I love the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit series. All right.
I don't.
Sorry, man. I never read the book. You should read the first book. It's awesome. T says, do I remember correctly about Karis? He wasn't detected as human somewhere. I don't remember. Yes, so when they first enter the tower and what's-her-face? Aloris opens the tower for them and lets them go in. Which, how the heck does she have a key to the tower? But she opens the tower for them and lets them in. the tower.
Wait. What are you griping about?
I'm not griping.
How does she have a key?
I just want to know.
Well, I mean, she has a key because she has a key.
You have something in your teeth. It's like in between two front, or not, right here.
Is that?
Yeah.
I'll just stay this way like
All
this
right.
the whole time.
I don't think they'll be able to see it. So anyway, I feel like when she teleports them all in, the 4 people get in one room, and because Researcher and Karis weren't human, they got teleported to the cells.
Yo, the fact that Mizuchi is the owner of
Researcher, that
and
was
the fact
really
that she
cool.
summoned Sarah, I was like, what?
I still don't
that makes
understand
sense.
that because they made like a mini pact.
Well, no, because Sarah tried to bind her. She tried to
Oh.
she tried to like she did with Siriu or whatever. So she was trying to like do that, like be able to summon her and stuff. But
Yeah,
then
but I think
she didn't realize, ew, I'm more powerful than you.
They
yubby."
mentioned several times in this book that Karis wasn't exactly human.
No, we know that. We just still don't know what he is. And I don't get why he's so secretive about it. Just tell him what they are, what he
Don't
is.
bend my book.
Just tell him what he is. Sorry, that would have been bad. That would just be honest. It wouldn't hurt anybody if he said what he is, I guess. Or maybe it would. Maybe the author doesn't know yet. He hasn't figured it out.
Is this the end of the
Oh, I don't know.
chat?
Yes.
So yeah, I guess I get confused by what the first time that they went into that Corin went into the tower when he was getting his first attunement.
Mm-hmm. In the
what
first
was
book.
the dragon that he saw in there?
That was that.
Mizuchi?
Yeah. No. The bigger one. The big one.
Sariu?
Yeah. Whatever one the big one is. The god beast.
I don't know why I get so confused by them. And then I get confused by they're the children of who?
They're not the children of anything. They're god beasts.
Then who are the children?
The children are the gold guy.
The Titan of
that
gold.
Those are the bad guys, the children of the Titan or whatever.
Okay.
In gold.
And then who are so you have the god beasts and then you have like Tenjin and them.
No, it's the opposite. It's Tenjin and them. Power wise, it's
no, I'm
Tenjin.
not talking power-wise, but you have like groups of like powerful beings.
Yeah.
You've got the god beasts.
Yeah.
You have what are the Tenjin in all of them?
They're like almost like the demigods.
And then
they're like
the Titan in gold is like
a different world.
Over.
No, he's like from far away.
Oh.
He's like an invading force type thing. Remember they were talking about how their little country is one thing, and then they're not allowed to go anywhere else because they don't want the world, or they don't want to learn. The gods don't want them to learn about the rest of the world, and how like the Titan in gold isn't actually like a ruler of everywhere else. He's just like another small area.
So I'm glad I'm not the only one, because Jiraiya says I get really confused about what beings are. And
yeah, but Jiraiya, you read that book in like one day.
Who is a god and who isn't? Yeah, it's a bit confusing. Well, I'm just glad that I'm not the only one getting confused, because usually, like, I mean, when you're reading a 700-page book in a month, you have to kind of like go fast, and you don't have time to like pause and research and do all that stuff. But I mean, I feel like there were some very interesting things in this book. It was a really good book. I still really recommend this series.
Is there a glossary at the end?
Yeah. The only thing I have issues with is, like I said, it could be a little info dumpy. Oh, and there's another thing that we had an issue with. We'll talk about in a minute. Dre says, LOL, okay. Yeah, and it's been a while since I read the first one. Oh my god. I am so happy that he put that, like, thing in the beginning. That recap. Because I would have been...
So whenever they said a name, I never had a problem knowing who they were talking about. I was like, okay, that's the girl with the lightning that punched the lightning. That's how I always told you. I was like, the one that punched the lightning, the like Irish one or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like once I got into this book...
I've never called her Mara.
Marissa?
I always call her Miranda. Nobody corrected me before, by the way, when I said Miranda.
Well, because, I don't know, I feel like I'm so bad with names anyway, and I'm definitely one of those people that, like, situationally remembers characters. Like, I remember things they do, but I may not remember their name. So we actually, in person, had a little chat with Jiraiya about this. So this may be a little boring and redundant for him, but when we were in Disney, we had, like, an hour conversation about books.
Universal.
Oh, yeah. And Voodoo Donuts, to be precise. And we contemplated not talking about this because we don't want this to come off wrong.
I didn't.
I did. I don't want this to come off wrong because I love diversity in books. Let me just get that out there. I love it. I have nothing wrong with it. I read gay romance all the time. I love it.
I was looking at the dog.
Oh. And I have nothing wrong with diversity. I wish there would be diversity in books all the time. I like reading diverse worlds, but I don't like it when I feel like it's being shoved down your throat and it becomes unnatural. So in this book, what really like struck out at me,
Ground your gears? Wait, crumbled your cookie?
yeah, was I felt like it was so unnatural and they had to explain to you why Corin was the way he was and why characters were the way they were, and it annoys me. Like I feel like you need to make it more natural.
He changed from book 1 to book 2.
In book 1, they made him maybe be bi, and I was cool with that. I mean, if they left it like that, that would have been fine.
There was a point where I didn't know if he was like a boy or a girl, and I talked to you about it. Remember?
Yeah.
And you're like, they said he was a boy at the beginning. And I was just like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure he's not like gender neutral or something? And you were like, no, they said it. And I was like, show me. And then you showed me. I was like, all right, Corin's a boy. I believe you now.
So, but in the first book, I feel like the author did it very awesome. Like, he did a very good job at making Corin seem like just a natural character. Like, that's who he is in real life. Like, whether he's gay or not, it doesn't matter. If he turns out to be gay, great. That's beautiful. Like, whatever. And the fact that his interaction with Jin, when Jin asked him to the ball, it was like cute, and I was like super excited for him.
And then,
but
then
there
was also the Mara thing where she liked him. At least it seemed like she did.
Yeah,
like
maybe they could have had.
And I was just like, oh, there's gonna be some like love triangle thing, cool. And then like the second book starts, and he just like straight up not straight, like just he was in love with Jin, and I was just like, wait. Did they have like a full-on relationship? Because he's like talking about his relationship and how it ended, and I'm like, I thought they were just friends, and then there may have been some sort of chemistry there. Like I feel like they didn't push it as hard in the first one, but then the second one picks up right where the first one left off.
Yeah.
It's not like 6 months later. Yeah. It's like literally he's telling the story. So
I feel like it was just completely unnatural in this book. They had to explain why Corin was feeling so... I don't know, like you said, that a relationship blossomed or happened, and we didn't even know about it because it didn't exist. And
he was super excited about going to the thing. He's like, I didn't think I would be excited, but I am. And I was just like, oh, good for you.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just so unnatural feeling I felt, and I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that also they put in the representation with what's his name?
What? Did you just say his name?
Their name.
What's their name? Get it right.
Excuse me.
Disrespectful.
Their name.
Theus.
No, yeah, Sheridan.
Sheridan. See, I
I like the fact that they have representation for that, but I feel like everything could be done just more smoothly.
What are the thoughts?
So Drea says, I was confused when you said Miranda, and then T said, I knew you were talking about her. I love your mug. That's fantastic. Oh, your thing.
Thanks.
Drea, he definitely changed a lot, and I didn't like how much they focused on his aversion to touch. T said he forced a bit his disliking to touching. I had noticed that also. Like, it was really, really reinforced in this book, and I don't remember it being reinforced that much in the last book.
It kind of was.
I forgot about it.
It kind of was. He definitely didn't like it, even if his sister...
But now we know why.
Even if it... Oh.
Because his father beat him up.
Oh, thanks, guys. I didn't realize that.
Really?
It's because of his dad. Okay. Oh.
He shows his scars to his brother.
Book just got better. Book just got better. No, I knew that he got beat. I figured that out, and I was like... Now I understand.
But I think that's why he doesn't
like getting touched. The whole time
I mean, that's just me.
No, that's great. That's a great point. The whole time I was just thinking like, man, why does he hate his dad so much? How could he be so bad? And now I understand why.
I do feel like
when his dad showed up, I was like, oh shoot. And then when Corin was like fighting him back and he used haste, and he's like, I was like, oh, this is great. And I was just like, I really hope nobody dies. Because that would suck. Corin would be so upset about this. But I think his father like started respecting him a little bit more. That's why he started taking him more seriously. and he like kind of let it
Yeah,
slide.
yeah.
Like I feel like he was like
let,
he's like this is a time to grow a backbone or whatever. I think that was like literally the line from the book. You picked quite a time or something like that.
So I do feel like they kind of overdid it a little bit, but I think that there was a reason for it, and that was the reason because
that's a
you
good
learn
payoff.
about his
Yeah,
dad.
that was interesting. I didn't.
It was
I didn't know
natural, and I agree. It wasn't natural how he handled in the first book. Dry says, I agree. It just was natural how he handled it in the first book.
Yeah, it just felt like a thing, right? And I feel like that's the big problem with just like kind of our society, like the real world, is that like it's not all like overall accepted yet, right? So I feel like if you write it like it is normal, that's like the first step to everybody.
And if you have to prove to people and explain to people why
that defeats
being
the whole
gay
purpose.
is okay, it defeats the whole
There
purpose.
shouldn't be like an explanation. Like I don't go around going, I'm straight. You know, like so that's the thing. Like I just want to explain to you what straight means. All right.
Yeah,
That's the big thing. Is like I just want it to be a normal thing.
I love finding out that characters are gay in books. Like when I thought Corn was gay, I was so excited.
I was like Meek, there's a part in this that you're gonna like.
And I immediately was like, is there a gay guy?
You're like, is somebody's gay? And she's like, is it Jin? Was it Jin? And I was just like,
is it Jin and Corn?
I'm not telling you.
I immediately picked up like that there might have been a thing there. I want to just pop in here. I know there's other comments, but like, that accent that Jin had in the book, like, totally blew my mind.
He sounds exactly like Raj from Big Bang Theory.
For some reason, in my head, he was Asian the entire first book. So, like, when I heard his accent, because I read the first book, I didn't listen to it. And this one I did both. So, when I heard his accent, I was like, what the heck?
But I mean, like, Korin, isn't that like a Japanese name? I know that there's a Corn in Dragon Ball, so that's the only reason.
It's spelled differently. If it was Japanese, it would be a K. Anyway.
I like Kivox.
I
know.
Is there any way to get it launches for free on Audible?
Yeah,
just use our code down below. You may have to get a new email address if you've used it before. T says, but I'm like him. I really don't like when people touch me, and every time he was touched, I was feeling bad for him. I mean, trust me, I'm a germaphobe. I hate when people touch me. So, to me, it's a germy thing, and it's not like, I got beat up as a kid.
I was sick all week, so I was, like, shaking people's hands. I was like, I have powers.
You
just kidding.
are like the definition of evil.
I was just kidding. I wasn't doing that. But how funny would that be, though? You're just like, poison attack.
No, I always
That's my poison move.
If I'm sick, I always warn people, like, you don't want to touch me, I'm sick.
I didn't shake Jiraiya's hand. Just kidding, I think I did. But that would have been funny.
I think we gave him hugs.
Like, ew.
You're
right, we did. No hugs for everybody, by the way. If we ever meet you, no hugs, not allowed.
I think Jin just pushed questions on himself. He wasn't in love. What does that mean?
I liked Jin because he was just like outright, like just wore his feelings on his sleeve or whatever the saying is. And it was like, it made Corrin super uncomfortable. I liked their interactions. I just didn't like when Corrin was telling the story and telling me about his feelings. I feel like I should have just known what his feelings were, which I thought I knew, but I guess I'm wrong, and I guessed wrong. I don't know.
I just want, like...
Dude, this still looks like crap. Like, it still looks super blurry.
For you guys. So I really hope that Corrin gets over that touch in one of the future books. I think
that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, like, he's gonna trust someone.
He's gonna grow into.
I hope he makes out with a guy.
He's already closer to that. Even with Miranda like coming up to him and touching him, and he's like, I just don't like being touched. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I forgot.
Blah blah blah. And then even with his sister, he's okay with it.
Drea says, but see, I felt like it was a weak payoff for all that hype.
What part?
I don't know, I'm reading these kind of
slow. The touch?
I enjoyed all the representation, but because he was explaining everything about it, it ruined some part of it, though. Maybe because I really already know about gender-fluid people. I've only read one other book about people that are gender-fluid, and I forgot the term, and that's why I didn't say it about Sheridan. But, I don't mind it. I mean, I like the representation. I agree, though, the way they explain it, like, I think they explained it 3 times in this book. Maybe twice, at least. And I was like...
It's annoying. It's just like...
I was like, I get
we
it.
don't need
They're
to...
gender fluid.
I mean, I guess we're just, like, we understand it.
But
I
people
guess
that
people
don't
that don't
understand it, it's good to have it in there.
have a little black thing.
But like
on
I
it,
said,
yeah.
I'm agree.
I'm
happy that they have it in there because there should be more representation for people in general in books. But it's how you do it.
Yo, people are people, man.
We got
People
equal
are
love.
People are people, son, daughter,
Um,
dad.
Dryas says, maybe that's just
Mom.
me. I assumed he was beaten with all that about touch, but then when they revealed that was the only thing that had caused it, I felt like there could have been more. Not to undermine anyone's experience that may be similar to his and produce the same result. I just felt for the sake of the book that the payoff was a bit weak. I so thought he was Asian by the audiobook accent and his name, but then halfway through the book I realized he sounded more Indian Asian than Eastern. Well, Indians are considered Asian,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah,
not Indians. Do you call them that?
Do I? Yeah,
Is
I
that
do.
the proper term? I don't want to offend anyone.
There's so many different, like...
I know, but I think
cultures.
I think Native Americans, it's improper to call them Indian.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I am Native American, so I can do whatever I want.
Oh, got him.
But anyway, I'm part of 2 tribes, by the way, if you don't know. So, yeah, so whenever I have a patient at work and they're from India, we have to put them as Asian. So,
That makes sense. They're from Asia.
But I thought he was, like, from China or Japan or something like that.
Well, guess what? That doesn't exist in
I
this
know.
world. We're not... They're in, like, what, Edria or whatever?
T says, I've never been beaten either, but I've never enjoyed people when they're too close to me. Stay out of my bubble.
Oh, I have. I used to get...
Your mom used to beat you.
I used to get
Not
hit.
For real,
I used to get hit all the time growing up. It was fine. I deserved it.
Dryas says,
I don't
video
mind.
quality is aces.
Okay, good.
Jin being interested in Corin brought up some questions about Corin's sexuality, like he never even thought about girl or boys. I think that could stem just from his upbringing too, and not liking to be touched. Like if you don't like to be touched, you're probably not thinking about.
In the first one, it definitely seemed like he didn't.
Like that.
He didn't know. He just he's like Jin asked him out, and he was like,
"That's a thing."
Okay, maybe I'll like it. Let's do it. And then they were gonna go on the date or whatever.
I thought it was cute when they danced together. And they kept dancing.
Yeah, for hours. I was like, what happened
No, they said
here?
he didn't know if it had been minutes or hours.
Oh, I thought it had been hours. I was
No.
like, that's weird. That's not a thing that happened. Are they on drugs or something? What's going on?
Tyler says, it looks great for me, guys. I can see you both in full high-def greatness. Drya, bringing that 40s slang back with vengeance. Aces. Love it.
Aces.
T says, I love every human. They could be whoever they want to be. And R, you're a beautiful person, T. Thank you. No, I agree. Like, I just wish, like, it was more natural in books. And like,
What do we got? Like 3 people here talking?
Yeah. That's cool. Someone
Why are
said
my
it was
eyes
like
watering?
a Smurf moment with all the blue.
The blue.
The blue.
Oh, the blue. Got it.
But yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it. I feel like this guy definitely has good character development. He knows
So I
how
loved-
to write a good story.
I loved all the main characters. They were all written cool, and they all had like their own. Like it was very anime, right? Like I feel like this is the most anime, like book slash
more so
video
than
game.
Shadow of the Fox.
Yeah.
That's totally
No,
anime.
Shadow of the Fox was like it was like written by somebody that no.
I loved that book. I don't.
This
care
was
what
way
you think.
more video game and anime compared to that book. That book was like good, but like this one was like play a good fantasy game and like so with some good story. This is it. This is it. This is bridging the gap between book readers and video gamers.
I feel like this isn't just like a fantasy. It's like a character building, like D&D, like
that's
type.
so good, man. I'm telling you, that's the best part.
Like he's literally building his
oh wait,
character.
isn't he? He's a game designer too.
The author? Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Um.
So I liked how they explained the rooms and they went more into depth about that. It's not just magic, there is an explanation. There
like
are people behind
networking. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That was cool. And there's like, I don't understand why did the God Beast kid or whatever, what's her name?
Mizuchi.
Why did it attack? I know that it was hired by the other thing, but why?
Hired by who?
By that other guild or whatever, that other organization.
See, I got
Not
confused
Tristan,
by all
not
that.
Tristan's. Remember, there's like 3, right? There's the ones that want to befriend the god people. What are they called again?
God beasts?
The people, the ones that like Takashi or whatever, Kakashi.
I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's
Visages?
Yeah, visages. So there's the people that want to like work with them. There's the ones that want to fight them or kill them or whatever. And then there's the ones that want to make humans equal to them, right?
Yeah.
So
But just Tristan.
Yeah. So
which I think that's a bad
the
idea.
ones that the one that want to kill them or whatever is the ones that sent the snake chick to attack them.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I know I said it before, and you already all know about it, but I'll say it again. I'm so excited about Karras's books. He could be my favorite character.
He's just cool,
Yeah,
you know.
cool.
He's just
I
like
feel
that.
like though, I'm kind of worried because I feel like I don't want the mystery to disappear.
Did you guys ever watch? If anybody's ever watched Naruto, he's like Kakashi. Okay, I'm gonna explain.
Before you figured out about his eye.
Yeah, just like he's like the Kakashi,
Yeah.
like he's like this awesomely powerful dude, right? And then like he's all mysterious,
He
and you
keeps
don't.
coming up with little things.
He
that
has
you
like
didn't
all
know
these
about.
new powers, and it's like, where is he pulling these out of?
They kind of
Now
like
Kakashi's just like
a side
garbage.
character that you
Like
don't
he's
even
just
know
not even
about.
that. He's good, but he's like not that good, you know.
Naruto's
way better. Even Sasuke. Even
now I want to play a campaign again. I have a friend building a custom D&D campaign based about my Dragonborn sorceress.
Yo,
character.
how cool would it be if they made a D&D?
Dude, we've always said, like, since we met each other, we've been like, dude, we want to play D&D.
But we don't have friends.
We don't have friends. I've never played D&D, and, like, I really want to. It sounds so fun, but, like, we just don't know people.
We do, but people don't like us.
Well, they don't... Hey, can you stop it, doggy?
11.
Stop.
Thank you.
People aren't reliable. So they won't be like every week they won't get together.
This is why I started this YouTube channel by myself, is because I couldn't rely on people. That's the main thing. I try to do it with other people, you know, my friends and stuff.
We tried podcasts and stuff with other people and like.
And yeah, like exactly, but you just can't you can't count on people unless you pay them.
True.
You can't count on them.
And we don't have money. So.
Yes.
Hi, Kivox and Meekachii from New York. Hello.
Whoa, New York. We're like right next door.
Yeah.
What's up?
Because when everyone's super, then no one is. All right, I get it.
That's from The Incredibles.
Got it. Have you?
I don't know if it is. It sounds like it. No, that's from something. What is that from, Meek? Jiraiya.
Have you guys been to Harry Potter Land inspired RP Hotel in London? No. I played D&D with yous. I just live 10 hours away.
Oh yeah, just make the drive. We'll wait up.
I wish, Jiraiya. Come move to
Just move to Connecticut, yeah.
Oh,
it is from Incredibles. Yes. I was right. I thought it was.
I didn't really like that movie. I know it's an unpopular opinion.
No, it was okay. It wasn't for everyone. It's not the traditional Pixar movie, you know. It's different.
It's so much fun. You guys must try it. I had the idea to actually try a campaign over Skype. Let's do it up. Is that possible? Maybe, but you wouldn't know if like someone's cheating or something.
Mate, you're only cheating yourself.
True.
You're usually like working together towards a common goal.
I've never played either, but it sounds fun.
I love the D&D episodes of iZombie.
Oh yeah,
they were great. They were like so
I love
funny.
that like they bring it back like episodes later too, where like, this isn't really spoiling anything.
Yeah, it was.
But like
so
you'll
great.
find them in like on their breaks,
like
and
hiding away,
playing D&D. And I love how like the least nerdy characters become like the most addictive.
Yeah.
It's fun. You need a trustworthy dungeon master. Dude, that is like my thing. I want to be a dungeon master so bad.
You don't.
I don't know how to do it.
That's not the fun part.
But it sounds so
like,
fun.
If you're good at it, yeah, but I don't think you would be good at it. I'm sorry. I love you,
you,
but Mick, you're not good on like thinking on your feet.
Oh, Kristen. Okay, let's not talk spoilers right now because she wants to know. She's popping in. She missed us. And
let's vote on the next
next
month's.
We haven't talked about it yet, Kristen, because we're talking about the book. All right, so I kind of mentioned on Discord which ones we were going to be offering. Some people on Discord made suggestions, and then I made suggestions. So the first one, we've had this option before, but is the first book in the Witcher series. This is a book of short stories. Kind of introduces the character. What's his name? Geralt
of Rivia.
And I've read
some of it too.
I've read 45 pages of it, and I really, really liked it. It's classic, like, fantasy driven, and it's like it's really well written.
Also
too.
Short, 300 pages.
So
roughly.
That's option number 1. Option number 2 is Foundry Side. I forgot what this is about. This is about the thief. Being a good thief, latest target, heavily guarded warehouse, yada, yada, yada.
The thief being a good thief.
Yeah.
Robbing a warehouse.
In a city that runs on industrialized magic, a secret war will be fought to overwrite reality itself, the first in the dazzling new fantasy series. I don't want to... I feel like these things give too much away. I know it's a fantasy story, and it's got really, really good ratings so far. This one's not too long either. I lied. It's almost 500 pages.
It has pictures in it or something?
I don't know.
I'm just looking at, like, the split there in the pages. I thought it had pictures, but it doesn't.
So there's that one. Then we mentioned this one and the last one, and a lot of people did seem interested in this one. Circle of Shadows. Well, I don't know
There's
what
like
it's
2
about.
characters, and they know kung fu, and...
You remember this?
Yes. You read it.
Their graduation approaches. They look to proving themselves. It seems like an Asian-based fantasy, but I don't know if it is. A society of assassins, an empire of magic.
Well, just
a
because they
world
have,
of
like,
secrets.
ninjas.
Yeah. Love, spies, and adventure. Web of magic, secrets that might tear them apart. Yada, yada. I don't know. Fantasy book. As soon as I finish Sam 2, I'm going to watch the live stream and comment. Then I chose Children of Time. This is like a kind of recent book that I got. It's a sci-fi adventure. Last remnants of the human race left a dying Earth, desperate to find a new home. Following their ancestors' star maps, they discovered the greatest treasure of the past age, a world terraformed and prepared for human life. But all is not right in this new Eden. The planet is not waiting for them, pristine and unoccupied. New masters have turned it from a refuge into mankind's worst nightmare. Now 2 civilizations are on collision course and must fight to survive, as the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. Who are the true heirs of this new Earth? I don't know. I've just heard good stuff about this, and I figured I would throw a sci-fi in there in case people were more interested in that. So those are the 4 options. You got to hit the little I and vote on which one you want to read.
Which one do you want to read?
You want me to spoil it?
No, I guess not.
I gotta vote. Are you gonna vote?
In your face. Got him. Oh my god, Meek.
Don't look at my vote.
I don't like to vote.
You gotta vote.
I want you guys to decide for me.
Tease she doesn't know now. I'm interested between
Do we have the
audio
audiobook for any of these?
I don't think so.
Damn. That would have been my vote.
Why? We have 2 points.
It would have still been my vote.
Last time you were gonna vote this one.
And then what did I do instead?
Elantris.
Oh, okay. Then what's the problem? What's the problem then? Meek, look what you did. Because you're shaking your legs for some reason.
Circle of Shadows or Foundry Side?
You're not going to pick that back up?
Oh. Well, you knocked it over.
No, I didn't. You're going like this. And you're shaking it.
Excuse me.
Pew pew. Which one did you vote for?
That one.
Okay. Looks like it's that one. We'll give it a minute. Let you guys, let everybody vote and stuff. Kristen, if you already voted, get the hell out of here. Come and watch it later. And we'll tell you on Discord what we're reading. This is your chance. We're going to talk about the book again. What are your predictions for what could possibly happen?
No, heck. I'm so bad with
What are your predictions for what you
Kristen
think is going to happen?
Rude. I want to give Kristen a minute to get off before we start talking about this again. Because I really don't want to ruin it for her.
Well, I already gave her a chance. I told her, get the hell out of here. All right?
I wish she told us when people left. Can you stop?
Me too, but it would be like in, out,
11.
out all the time.
Hey.
11.
Hey, stop eating your foot.
You know that you like snapping is really loud? It's louder than her eating her foot.
It's just annoying.
You're annoying.
Oh,
my back hurts.
So, I don't have predictions. I'm so bad at guessing stuff.
Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, they're on their way to that other place to help Tristan.
What? Tristan's at the thing. Why are they going to go there to help him?
They're like leaving the country to go help him.
Are you sure that's what's happening?
She's going to give you so much sass in the comments later. As she should. So I don't know. So apparently
and you want to be a dungeon master. And you can't even come up with like a result for a 25-hour book that you just read. I want to be a dungeon master, but I can't think of anything.
Is not...
Oh my god.
Someone just said it comes to my attention that only the moderators' comments get read out. That's not true. We're on a book club, so I'm reading the comments that are related to the books that we're reading. So, yeah.
Got him.
Yes. So, I don't know. What do you think is going to happen?
I hope that somebody dies in the next book. My prediction.
Oh, me too. I mean, someone should have died in this book.
I made a point, and now you're just copying my point. Good one, Meek.
We already talked about this.
Thanks a lot. That's my prediction. Somebody will die in the next book.
Thank you, T, and thank you, Tyler, for backing me up. They said all comments are being read when they're on the subject. We're kind of the only ones commenting right now, too, besides Tyler. Exactly. Thanks, T. So anyway, I said before that What's-His-Face should have died. Patrick. I know it's his best friend, but he didn't become his best friend again until he went back to school, so... Because
you have to realize that his dad was, like, screening his mail.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
He's a jerk, dude. That guy's, like, crazy. And now it makes sense why his, like, mom left, but I don't get why she couldn't have taken him with her.
I don't really like his mom, from what I know about her, because she abandoned her kid.
But we don't know. There's probably
apparently his mom did go into the tower searching for Tristan.
There's a reason, you know. It seems like his mom's not so bad.
T says I've been a moderator for 2 minutes and my comments have been read forever. And then he said, I'm sorry, I'm new to this whole concept. It's cool.
So
we try to involve everybody.
So it seems like it's definitely. I liked how they elaborated on how powerful certain characters were. Like, I felt like Derek was like this emerald level, blah blah blah, but he like wasn't that powerful. And then they were like, oh, it's because he was holding back against them.
I feel like he was that powerful though. Like right in the beginning, they had that big battle between Karis and Derek.
Yeah, but then they were able to defeat him at the end.
Yeah.
Some first-year students were able to defeat him.
Oh, but yeah, I get what
but now,
I do feel like our characters, like that we follow, are way too OP.
I don't think so. I think they just get lucky.
Too many times. It's a little OP in my opinion.
I think it's okay.
T says he deserves better parents for sure. Justin, I enjoy the book club even though I don't read any of the books. I think I will start reading. Dude, start or Audible.
Yeah, Audible, man.
Yeah.
And you can get some free, maybe 2 free credits.
We have to look that up and see.
There's a link down below. Follow that link if you don't already have Audible, and you may get at least 1 free one, and then just cancel afterward. And then just do it again next month.
With a different email.
With a different email.
I'm with you, Justin. I'm planning to read Elantris. I can't wait. They love Brandon Sanderson. Like I said, so people claim Elantris is like his worst work, but I am like, I want to say like 80
right now I'm liking it, yeah.
I'm liking it. I mean, it's a lot of explaining what's going on in the world, but it's interesting. I don't know. Dry says totally do it. Look at Kivox, he used to be out and now he's fully into it. Yeah, he didn't used to do the book club. Quick question.
Look, I only did it so that it succeeded. All right. I wanted it to do better on the channel. So I was like, Meek, do you want me to join you so that it's more fun?
It's just more fun being together anyway. I love you, unlike you.
Thanks.
Unlike you.
Thanks. I know you do.
Quick question. Are most of the books that you guys read that you guys read young adult books. Not most of them. Elantris is adult.
No, I mean...
This one that we just did is adult. We do, like, pretty much 50-50, I'd say.
You think so? I don't know enough about it. And I feel like young adult gets a bad rep because a lot of people think that it's written at a young adult level.
Yes. It means, like, it's meant for younger people. But young adult actually just means that it's around characters that are young, under 18.
Adults. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it as long as they're not, like, 13 years old.
But it depends on how it's written.
I
Look
guess.
at Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah, that's a good point.
He was 11 and they were still fantastic.
I want Brandon Sanderson to write a Harry Potter.
Oh, I thought you meant young adult. He wrote like the Arithmetist. Oh, and Skyward was young adult.
We gotta at some point check out that magician one that I told you about the other day. Remember, the Alchemist, I think it's called. We gotta check out those books one day because I got a suggestion.
Ones?
The Alchemist. I showed you a picture. It was one of my customers was like, "Hey, you should read these books," and I took pictures of it. I showed it to you.
That was
we talked to them.
That was like 6 months ago.
It was like 2 months ago, but
I don't remember.
6 months ago. Jeez. 6 months ago. It was this year, so I don't know what you're talking about. You got to realize that we've been doing the book club every 2 weeks now. So it's... I
have a new Game of Thrones on Audible. Right, and Kivox is a stubborn man. True. Okay, so I'd really like to read all of the 4 books, but I don't know how to get them in Belgium. Yeah, Book Depository, like T said, is probably your best bet.
What 4 books?
I've read those books. These ones, I'm guessing.
Oh.
They ship all the way to Europe. So Book Depository, I mean, ships like pretty much everywhere.
So we're only going to read one of these books, though. We're not reading all 4. We're just we're going to pick one. We're going to pick one. You guys voted up at the top over there for the book.
Oh, Andrew Rose only on Amazon because he's self-published. But you can... Amazon has different...
And if he's self-published, then it's not in other languages then.
Probably not.
That's a bummer.
The Book Depository is UK-based. A lot of my Book Depository books come from Jamaica, New York.
Oh. There's a Jamaica, New York?
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Outlander's a really good book series, and the show's amazing. I've wanted to read it for a while, but I just keep putting it off for some reason.
I've wanted to watch it. Is that the one with the Asian guy that does kung fu and has a motorcycle? Is that Outlander? There's a show like that where it's like some guy like really
I don't think so.
Martial artsy, and he has a motorcycle and he's like a badass.
Books. You've read all of these books?
Dang, son. Well, then join us for the book club next month, and you could talk it up with us. That's the thing I say now. You want to see the results?
Yeah.
Of what we got for voties. Voties.
It didn't change.
Relax. It has to load.
It's changing.
Jeez. This is Windows. Remember that.
All right. Circle of Shadows is winning by a long shot.
By 75%. It has 75% of the votes. 76% of the votes. And then the other ones all have the same amount. So
I live in Moscow, Maine, not Russia. Nice. Outlander's historical fiction kind of book, I think. I think so, but it's also... Don't they, like, time travel or something? I don't know. It's got, like, romance and time travel, I believe. I could be completely
There's
wrong.
a Moscow, Maine?
I don't know.
That's cool. I mean, I guess, like...
Now I want Children of Time more. Oh, no.
I guess it's, like, New England. What is Children of Time?
That sci-fi one.
Oh, it was called Children of Time. Oh, okay. Sorry. Maybe next month.
I think it's called that.
What we should start doing is on the community page, we should start putting like some books on there and let people vote. You know?
Like what ones to have as options?
Or we could do this like beforehand, so that you just give people like options for next month, like and give them time to like, oh, let me look up these books, see which one I want to read. I don't know. We'll think about it. If you guys have the notifications thing, you'll get the little thing saying like, hey, Kivox Center just put up this thing. Go vote.
It's a really good series, and yes, they do time travel, but in a really cool way.
What? This is time travel? This is time travel? You're to tell me this is time travel?
They're talking about Outlander, Meek.
Oh. They said Children of Time. I thought we were still talking about Children of Time.
We have a China here in Maine, too. Children of Time really sounds the most interesting. No, there isn't an Asian guy on a motorcycle.
All right, then what am I thinking of? There's a show.
No.
There's a TV show. It's not a book. It's a TV show, and it's an Asian guy maybe he's like Spanish, because you know how like some like Spanish people look a little Asian-y?
Nah, I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm just digging my hole deeper. I'll just shut up now.
I don't know. A lot of people are talking about Children of Time now, so I wonder if the vote has changed.
The
It's your
vote.
last time
Impossible. Impossible that it went from 76 when anything else passed 76. 76%. That would mean that we would have to have more than 50% of them to change over to the same thing
Hey, T
for it to
said
win.
she might change.
Well, you too late now. Oh,
Some people...
one person changed. Oh,
stop being a jerk.
you stop being a jerk. We're reading the other one. We're reading the circle one. Thanks.
I hope it's good.
Me too. I really hope it doesn't suck. Because if it does, it's all your fault.
If you guys do have suggestions for books that you want us to put on for voting in the next one on March 17th.
I have an idea. I'm going to post a thing on the page, on the community part of the page, and I'm going to say, you're going to write it. You're going to write any suggestions for book club books. Okay? So just go to that, and then once you go to that, you'll be able to, I don't know how to get to it. I'm trying to get to it right now. You'll be able to suggest stuff on there, and then we'll take the best ones, and then we'll decide we'll post another thing so we could vote. Where is it? Community. Windows is the worst. All right. There you go, Meek. She's writing it. Can you hear it? Good? Done. So we'll just do that every month, and then you guys could just pop in there and do some whatever. Suggest some stuff.
Some whatever.
I think we're done. Thanks, guys, for joining us on this marvelous day of book clubbery.
There's these Disney books, but at the moment I cannot remember the names. Stephen King Pet Cemetery is a really nice book. Children of Time, haha. I switched to Children of Time. I love time travel. I don't know if it's about time travel. I don't think so. It's just in the future.
It was that other one, Outlander. I want to read that now. It has time travel in it. I love time travel. It's my favorite genre.
Clickety clack. All right, well, it's Circle of Shadows, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll make Children of Time an option also, maybe for March. If you want me to, write it in that
community page
section. And that's it. Thank you for joining, everyone that did. And we'll talk to you next time. You will like it, Kivox. It's a romance time travel, I think, Outlander.
I like romance.
I like romance.
Sometimes.
If you know it's romance going into it, it's not so bad.
Or the opposite.
Depends on if it's really cringy.
Or the opposite.
Then it's bad.
It's bad if it's bad. It doesn't matter if you know or don't know. If it's bad, it's bad.
Jiraiya says, see you guys later. Have a great afternoon, and thanks for another fun stream.
Thanks, Jiraiya.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
From Russia.
Moscow.
Russians, man.
Bye, bye, bye. Have a good one. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, 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 guys. I gotta pee.
Oh, surprise.
I've had to pee from the beginning of this video.
I'm
and
not surprised.
I've drank so much stuff that it's like pretty crazy. I think I already did. I went pee. We're gonna have to clean this up, Meek. We got a mess.
That's your problem.
No, it's your problem. I can't get the straw.
Oh, we forgot to say when the next book is.
No
poop talk. You have to pee like all the time. Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, because you experienced it.
So, it's March 31st.
Ooh,
PM.
actually the last day of the month. Wow. Unless there's 32 days that month.
That's not a thing ever.
Time is a construct.
So, if you want to join the Elantris live stream, it is March 17th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join the Circle of Shadows live stream, it is March 31st, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Quick nitpick here. Did you actually put that on for 2 o'clock? Or did you just write 2 o'clock in the freaking thing?
No, I didn't even write it. It says from 2 to 3, though.
Okay, good.
I don't think you could see that, though.
You put it in the family one.
I did?
Yeah, you put it in the yellow one. That's the family one, I think. I don't know. At least it is for me. Meek, read those last comments.
All
Quick.
right, on.
Quick.
Thanks for letting me be a part of the stream. No problem. Read the books. Join us next time. You don't have to read the books, but you're going to get stuff spoiled for you. Come again, Robbie's each Friday night. Oh, yeah, we do Friday night live streams.
Those
too.
are just hanging out, having fun, drinking some tea.
I'm having coffee
Having
today.
coffee.
I wish I didn't, though. I have a
Talking
tummy
about
ache.
wands and Harry Potter stuff.
Oh, that's Fridays.
And
yeah.
some fun stuff. This is like the longest goodbye ever, guys. This is the longest goodbye ever. I don't know how
Yes, sir. Friday is Wand Talk.
long this is going to go for.
Don't forget to like the stream.
Don't forget to like the stream. I think that's good. I think we're good.